Dead Woman's Hollow. Take a quick spin down Dead Woman's Hollow. So we're coming out back to the gate.
Dead Woman's Hollow.
What the? It's the dead woman. It's the dead woman.
So welcome to this adventure, everyone. On this adventure, Leah and I are heading to the south central area of Pennsylvania to another one of our beautiful state forests, Michaux. Looking at the map of this state forest, just like the others we visited, can seem overwhelming when you see the amount of recreational opportunities. From the roads, to the dirt roads, to the 4x4 roads, to the horse trails, to the single track, to the hiking trails, etc. There's just so much that it could be hard and challenging to focus on one area to tackle for an adventure. The heat map of this area echoes that sentiment as well, as it is glowing from all the activity here. Leading up to this trip, I had a few route options built for us to pick from, but as we were packing up to leave, one of Leah's bags was missing. And it was a very important bag as it held the key for the battery on her e-bike. After we exhausted every place we could think of to look for it, the realization started to set in that Leah was gonna have to ride an Amish bike on this trip. No battery power for her. To make the trip still enjoyable, we changed up the route a little bit and lowered the numbers to make it more attainable. The ride we planned would be in the northern section of the forest, and it was just a little northwest of Pine Grove Furnace State Park inside of Michaux. The area that we would park and start from is called Dead Woman's Hollow. While the original origin of this name came from a woman who was unfortunately bit by a snake there in the late 1800s or early 1900s, there was also a woman murdered here in 1988. Are these two facts going to seal Leah's fate as she leaves from Dead Woman's Hollow on her first non-electric assisted gravel ride in quite some time? Let's jump into the video and find out. We'll talk more about that history, the route, and other information from the area at the end, so stick around.
What? No power. No power mode.
What did you do?
No power mode.
Oh, you're talking about my bike? So many mistakes.
Michaux. Dead woman's. No battery for Leah. She's gonna be a dead woman. Coming out of Dead Woman's Hollow. Starting the ride on Ridge Road, this open, barren, fire-swept scene with all the dead trees was a neat and unique sight for sure.
It's a road at sunset.
Our time on Ridge Road finished when we hit a big four-way intersection and we made a left onto Hogshead Road.
We're left on a Hogshead Road. Hogshead gonna start taking us back around. Should be a vista on this one. Man, open dead tree scenes are pretty cool. Head wrapped him back around over there. Big switchback coming up. So this part was pretty neat. As we turned onto Hogshead, you could see on our head unit that the road ahead was going to switch back, and when you look to your right, you could see the road etched out on the mountainside. It was pretty neat. So after taking in the vista at Buzzard's Rock, we continued onward with a little bit of a climb left before we topped out and started our downhill towards Big Pond Furnace.
Where's my battery?
He's getting it done. Hogshead. Well, the downhill's over.
I know. No, come on, we're only 6 miles in.
The ride's only like 10 miles long.
Oh, I thought you said it was more.
Yeah, it's probably like 12 or 13, I think. At the bottom of Hogshead, we made a left on the Furnace Hollow Road, which we were only on for about 50 yards before making another left onto Big Pond Road. This was our climb back to the top, and right at the bottom, you could catch a glimpse of the Big Pond Iron Furnace. Now it was time to settle in for our big climb back up to Ridge Road. Grinder. Climbing up, she's doing good so far. Nothing too crazy steep to throw at her, but some good punches. She's still motoring on. So to climb up Big Pond was very nice, with the grade remaining steady and mostly gradual for the brunt of the climb. Ooh. Nice little reversal. And once we regained the top of the plateau, between fire damage and forest management efforts, the woods opened up, offering fantastic and unique views once again. Beautiful, beautiful. Gravel magazine, eat your heart out. And coming through this beautiful open area distracted us, and we didn't even realize we were already pretty much at the top of the climb. I mean, this is probably gonna be it right here. She loves it when I tell her this is going to be the last climb.
You got it like that. When you got it like that. Nothing gonna hold you back when you got it like that.
You. Yeah, see, I told her I wasn't actually lying on this one. Back up at the top. So this is Ridge Road, the road we started on that we're parked on. So we're making a left here and head back to
Dead Woman's Hollow.
I'm gonna be a dead woman.
So we had barely a 1/10 of a mile to go before we finished this wonderful 10-mile sampler loop in Michaux State Forest.
So what a neat area there, as you saw. Great vista, great roads, beautiful forest, and overall neat and unique scenes to take in. As I mentioned at the start, there's a whole ton of trails and other adventures to be had in this area. So after the ride, we still had some time, so we decided to do a hike. We are going to head over to Sunset Rocks. This required us to hop in the car a bit and drive down Ridge Road a little ways towards where the AT crosses, and we were going to start our hike there. Looking at the map, this hike could be around 2 miles, and it could either be an out and back, or it looks like there was a possibility to make it into a loop. We were going to play that by ear and see how it worked out. This hike, and I love when it happens, usually does in our state forest, but blew our expectations away. Some of the rock formations we had to go in, around, and over were really neat, and once we got to the vista itself, which we thought we were there 2 or 3 times before we got to the actual Sunset Rocks Vista, which was gorgeous, were amazing and worth the hike. We did end up continuing and making the full loop around, and as we thought, it was just around 2.5-ish miles worth of a hike. A good one for sure. Here's some quick videos from that.
So after a quick climb, we were on the spine of the mountain and began walking across the rocky ridge. Pine tunnel.
Pine tunnel.
Going up there. So it was definitely neat as this hike progressed. It changed from walking through boulder fields to having to scramble up and over huge slabs and boulders to get to the next trail blaze.
Got little legs. They're like spider legs.
To your right and then up at the tippy top of that rock. And this spot marked about the 4th time we thought we were at the vista.
Here goes.
So we did eventually make it to the actual Sunset Rocks Vista. Took a break there, had a snack, took in the view of course, and then bombed down the mountain to the Dynamite Hall Road where we made our way back to the car. Found our hotel. There's even a spring mattress in there.
Nice. Don't go in there.
So Michaux, what a neat, beautiful area. We'll be back faux show. I can't wait to explore more. We were in the northern section when we only touched a little piece of that. There's a whole other southern section as well, down towards Caledonia State Park, I think is the name down there. So definitely looking forward to going around, mountain biking, hiking, trail running, paddleboarding on some of the reservoirs. Definitely going to be back here over the summer. Outside of outdoor recreation, there's a lot of history in this area as well. As I mentioned, the Appalachian Trail comes through here, and it marks the halfway point of the trail. So there is a little museum-ish type of place that you could check out for some information there. And then also, there's all kinds of history that comes along with the Appalachian Trail, some of which goes back to where we started the gravel ride at Dead Woman's Hollow. If you're a history person, you could check up on the story on where that original name came from, as I mentioned with the snake at the start. And also, if you're into true crime, you could check out that unfortunate murder that happened here in the 1980s. So much to see here though. I said, get yourself a purple lizard and get out there. At the start, I said this was going to be a weekend trip for us as well. So the next day we ended up going to the other side of Cumberland Valley and went into Tuscarora State Forest, where we did a hike and another gravel burner as well. So you can look forward to another video from over there. Till then though, coffee, cycling, take both. We'll see you out there.